We're here with head coach Laura Bush. Laura, we just had the selection show. Just talk a little bit about us actually hosting first and second rounds, and the matchups.
Oh gosh. First, it's nice to be seated in the tournament so that we get to stay home for the first and second round. I do think that is an advantage in the tournament when you can be at home as you start out, the round of 64. Our first round match will be tough. We're going to have to play well and not expect to overlook a very talented North Dakota State team that won their conference. They won a lot of their matches at the end of the season. They're feeling very confident. They've played here before, and they've played us well here before. After we get, let's say we get over the first round, the first hump, and we go into the second round, we're going to have, a tough matchup between who wins that Western Michigan and Washington match. And that's where our staff right now has to gather some information and just get ourselves prepared for any scenario.
Talk about the fact that North Dakota State has now been here 2 years in a row. Obviously, you saw them last year. You're going to see them again this year. And just a little bit about them coming back to the Sports Pavilion.
Gosh, they always play well here. Their middles are good, their setter's good, they're coached well. I expect that they're just, going to play lights out because they're happy to be in the tournament, but they also want to make some damage in the tournament like anyone wants to. So we're going to have our players prepared, and they're going to have to be prepared to take on a very, talented and hot North Dakota State team.
Talk a little bit about the fact that we're hosting first and second rounds now that it's been announced, and the potential to play at home. Not looking too far ahead, but potentially to the Final Four. Just talk a little bit about us hosting both rounds.
It's an ideal situation, and we knew this, at the beginning of the season that we wanted to be here for regionals, but we also knew we had to win enough and win against the right opponents for us to be here for first and second round, and then for us to be in a position to be in our own regional. And it's an advantage, and everyone knows it's an advantage to be able to stay home for your first 4 competitions in the NCAA tournament. And I'm not gonna begrudge that. I don't begrudge of opponents who get to do it, and I'm not gonna apologize for ourselves. This is exactly what we would like to have happen.
And then one final question. Obviously, it shows the depth of the Big Ten. The fact that the Big Ten Conference had 8. Compared to the Pac-12 having 7. Just talk a little bit about the strength of the conference and all the rest of the 7 teams that also made it.
Oh my gosh, our conference champion Nebraska ends with 3 losses, and then we have that tie for second with 3 teams, and then you have us in sole possession of 5th, and it has been a battle every night for each and every opponent in the Big Ten, and you really can't overlook anyone. And people talk about it, and I think they feel it as a cliche statement, but it is the truth. You can't ever look over an opponent in this conference. And there's good coaches, there's great players, and there's great competition. And it's nice that our conference is recognized for the work that has been done within the conference, but especially outside of the conference, to put us in a great position.
Thanks, Laura.
Thank you.